Welcome, me Herman here. So I started recording the second episode of Getting Rex for the Zacian Suspect test. You can hear that, that's my dog. But then I got kind of hacked and I decided to switch teams, but I hadn't made a team preview for that team. It's just the 5 guys on the Groudon team if you've seen that video. Special defensive Yveltal, physically defensive Necrozma, Mix Palkia with Focus Punch, Choice Banded Ho-Oh with Thunder Wave, Dragontail Groudon, Dragontail for Gothitelle so you can't be trapped, and Scarf Xerneas, that I don't think before was timid, but I made timid because Scarf Kyogre is a bit of a threat, and Palkia isn't the bulkiest. So I guess I will be back with the first game. Alright, we're back. I was just playing, I don't know if I'm going to show those games, with the Landers team. I thought we could do fine, but then we started getting hacked. Like, my opponent crit a Thunder with the Xerneas, and then what? Yeah, crit a Thunder with the stupid Xerneas, and before that crit a Dark Pulse on my Xerneas with the Yveltal. So, you know, I've decided to switch up teams here because, yeah, this is dumb. And now we're just going full tryhard mode. I think I can still get Rex on this account. We'll see. But now I have to ladder extra special hard. So in comes this pain in the butt. This thing assurances. Okay, goes for Swords Dance. That's really not that big a deal. Yeah, we just go for Sunsteel Strike. Yeah, that close combat, plus the Rocky Helmet, is going to bring this thing very low. Oh yeah, this isn't even our rocks, which is great. So, yeah, Zacian just beating all its counters and stuff. Typical Zacian things. Yeah, I'm really annoyed at losing that last game. Like, my opponent just Geomancies up, and then... What the hell? Okay, I don't know why my opponent switched into Marshadow, but... yeah, that was pretty dumb. Because obviously I'm going to stay in. Yeah, yeah, critting Thunder on the... We're timid, this dies too. Unless it's Sash. On the Ho-Oh. That's why I really don't like that way of taking care of Xerneas. So, we win. That's like our 7th win. We're 7-2. We win like every other game up to like 20 or so. We'll be okay. But yeah, we're going just full tryhard team right now. I'm not leaving this up to chance. Okay, I'll get another one. Alright, we're back, and this is like how far we've fallen. We're facing weird teams like this. I think I'm just going to lead Groudon here, Tomato. This Crocodile is not... It's a Crocodile. My opponent goes for Knockoff. That does Jap all. I'm just going to Earthquake here. No need to overpredict. Yeah, this is how far we fell because we lost those 2 games, which we got really hacked on. So my opponent obviously going for the skill. Get out of here. Ooh, and Salamence with Boots. So, yeah, I'm Fizdef Groudon. So that's that. I figure it has Roost, I would imagine. And my opponent overpredicts and loses their Salamence. So, yeah. Really like Groudon. We're just gonna kill this. Again, these weird games for now. Because... you know, we got hacked. But this looks pretty easy cleanup. This looks scarfed. Once we get rid of Chansey, yeah, this game will just be like over. So the Zekrom is a bit of a threat. I think I'm just gonna go into Ho-Oh and start spamming Earthquake, because we're choice banded and we're Ho-Oh. Wow. That did nothing. Okay, into Necrozma. I think we have a Rocky Helmet. What are you doing? Alright, gonna click Knockoff. So now it's gonna take damage. Not sure what to do here. I think we go into Yveltal here. This is beyond annoying. Yeah. We shut this down. No soft boiling. My opponent keeps seismic tossing. Oh, I don't think we're... What's it called? I don't think we're... timid on this Xerneas, so this Zekrom might outspeed us if it Dragon Dances once. My opponent, for some strange reason, goes into Mewtwo. I think I'm just gonna stay in here and click Knockoff. My opponent had leftovers, and yeah, so this is the problem. What do we do about this? I think the answer is we go hard Ho-Oh. On the Fusion Bolt, great, I don't care. Life Orb? Yep. Yeah, we could have lost to this, very realistically. Because it would be slightly faster than the Zekrom at +1. But now we're gonna sweep with Xerneas. Alright, so good game to my opponent, and we'll get another one. So we're back. My opponent has Gothitelle, so my Necrozma here is not, not Shed Shell, which is not great. I think we just lead Groudon. Okay, my opponent leads a Yveltal. It's fine. I'm just gonna go into my own Yveltal. My opponent goes Ludicolo. I think I'm gonna click... No, I'm gonna go into Ho-Oh here. My opponent goes for Toxic. Okay, that's really annoying. But we do have Aromatherapy. So, that's interesting. Usually these things are like Leech Seed, Protect, etc, etc. My opponent does not have a Sacred Fire in the Sun switch-in, because those switch-ins really kind of don't exist. I'm kidding, I mean like Kyogre. But, yeah, that thing's gone. So, very happy about that. My opponent is just screaming. I have Electric Move. So, I'm going to go into Groudon on what I assume to be Electric Move. Yep. So, easily predict that. I'm going to click Stealth Rocks here. Here's this stupid, annoying... Well, now the sun's gone. Boo! I want the sun. Yeah, it wants to click Toxic, right? Don't want you to Toxic me. Oh, here we go. Again, my opponent's Sacred Fire switch-in is question mark. Unless, you know, this thing could be annoying if it has Protect, but we can play around it. Again, Regenerator is great. My opponent hasn't gotten Stealth Rocks up. Stealth Rocks up. So here comes Groudon to power up my Sacred Fire. That was really nice of him. And I'm just going to click Sacred Fire again. If my opponent wants to get rocks up, it's going to cost him his Groudon. Oh, it's slower. So, yep. We take a bunch of Leech Seed. Do I still need this? It would be nice for Necrozma. This is like the one thing... do I predict my opponent to over-predict? Not really. Yeah, I think we go into the Tomato. Even if it goes for, yeah, like Play Rough or something. We do have the Berry. And I think there's no reason to over-predict here. Because every time... there's only one more turn of Sun. I think we're just gonna go into Ho-Oh for no other reason than to get our regenerator. And now go back into Groudon. I just want to get the sun up and some regenerator and get rid of this Leech Seed. All which seem like great things to do. Yeah, so this is what Ludicolo does in Ubers. It like Leech Seed, Protect. It resists Water Spout 4 times. It's neutral to Thunder. In comes Necrozma. We don't see an item, which makes me a bit nervous. I figure this is just going to be... Oh, my opponent goes into Ludicolo. Okay, so that's probably defensive. And again, now the sun's up, and this Ludicolo doesn't seem like it has Protect. So, yeah. Sacred Fire is going to get a kill here. Or not, because in comes Zacian. Again, I'm just going to go after Groudon. Yep. Predicted. Now I'm going to double into Ho-Oh. We haven't really made any plays all game. And then we lose the sun again. Ugh. Ay. Alright. We're here. We're going to click Banded, Sacred Fire. Something's going to take a big hit. This is probably specially defensive, not... Okay, my opponent forfeits. We made like one double switch that whole game. So, good game to my opponent, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, we're back. My opponent has a very standard-looking team. I can't remember if we played this before. Possibly? So, very annoying-looking team. I am just going to lead, Veltal. I'm predicting this to be, what's it called? To be Toxic Spikes? Yeah. So, yeah, this is what my opponent's trying to do. Set up Toxic Spikes, set up Stealth Rocks, then bring in the heavy hitters. Yeah, that is... Oh, my God. Why? Every time. Why? I mean, I would have loved to not be burned. How do we deal with this thing? My opponent's gonna go... Shoot. I think we go hard Xerneas. So annoying. Oh yeah, pretty... I think the, oh wait, okay, it's Life Orb, so that's great. And doesn't expect the Scarf. So, yeah, that was less of an issue. This is still okay against some things. Okay, my opponent goes into his own Xerneas. Probably the Geomancy. This definitely looks like a Geomancy Xerneas. Oh, and we get the drop. Nice. Do I keep this? I think I do well. Let's see. Maze could be good against a belt. Yeah, I think this thing has run its course. And I think Groudon is going to be useful for the rest of his mons once we get rid of a Veltal, which is actually going to be a nuisance. Once we, oh, my opponent disconnected. So, I'll pause the video and see if they come back. Okay, my opponent came back and clicked Moonblast. Yeah, I'm just gonna click Brave Bird here. It's 100% accurate. I don't want this thing to do weird stuff. And maybe beat me. So that thing goes down. What a nuisance. Here comes this nuisance. Yeah, I think we go McLovin here. Or a Veltal. This isn't a nice crit by my opponent. Very good skill. I'm gonna defog here. Like, we don't really care. I don't care about this thing's health. What I do care about is not having my... Okay, now my opponent forfeits. Alright, we'll be back with another one. Alright, we're back. My opponent has a team. Interesting mons here. Genesect, you don't see much. Pheromosa, you don't see much. Even Kieran White. I think we were gonna lead Groudon. I don't even see any Stealth Rocks. As my opponent leads Giratina, I sort of expect a dragon move here. I'm so confident, in fact, I'm gonna go hard. Okay, went for Will-O-Wisp. That's really not so bad. We're gonna get a big Moonblast on something. Okay. My opponent goes for Shadow Ball. I think I'm gonna go into a Veltal on probably an obvious Shadow Sneak. My opponent goes for Calm Mind. Okay, well, Knockoff should take this out. It's definitely 0 speed because it took a Moonblast from a Xerneas. So that, now we can get our rocks up. And, yeah, Fish's Friend's gonna do nothing in the sun. My opponent has never, well, I guess Genesect is his switch-in, and that's not a great switch-in. Of course, we missed the 95% accuracy move. I don't know if I, am going to include in this video what I've already said, but did not have great time with luck earlier, which is why I have 2 losses. But I think I can pull it back as long as I go really, really try hard. And that's kind of what I'm doing. And here comes this Marshadow. Okay, I'm gonna go into... If Veltal's really not that great against this stuff, and it takes the Spectral Thief, which is great, and it's Life Orb, which is even better, because I think that my Xerneas can still live a Shadow Sneak. Iron Head crit. Yep, that seems to be the day. And we'll just knock off a little bit. My opponent goes for Ice Punch. So now without a Life Orb, there's absolutely no way this thing takes a... I mean, this knocks me out. Oh, it doesn't even go for Shadow Sneak, so that's great. We knocked that out. This is a speed tie. I think I'm going to go into Tomato. My opponent goes for Shadow Claw, trying to catch Ho-Oh, I imagine. Rocks are rocks. Oh, it's not choiced. And it gets the flinch. Okay. I'm gonna attack this thing now. Because it's trying to flinch me down. Yeah. Get effed. It's a leftovers Genesect. Now I think I'm gonna go for rocks. This thing can take me out. But there is literally... Okay, Flash Cannon, fine. There's literally nothing this thing can do to a Ho-Oh to knock it out. Actually, I'm just gonna go into Palkia, because Palkia is naturally faster, and I don't think this thing is gonna live a Surf, and it doesn't. I'm a little nervous about this Pheromosa. I think I just stay in on whatever happens here, and my opponent is Boots. We are faster because we're base 100. This thing's base 95. This Lustersaur boosted. Last Pokemon is the Pheromosa. Again, I'm just going to stay in. My opponent goes for U-turn, and we take it out. Alright, good game to my opponent. Interesting team. And I guess we'll be back with another one. Alright, we're back. I think I've seen this exact team before. This is Specs Kyogre. I think Swords Dance Zacian. Ooh, he has a Zekrom. Actually, I haven't seen this. Anyways, I'm just going to lead Necrozma here. And 2-hit this Shuckle. And then find a way to get... Oh, perfect. I'm going to taunt here to prevent rocks. Then Defog. So, red card is absolutely positively not the item you want to run on Shuckle. I don't know why this Shuckle people are running this item. Yeah, that's Specs. Because anybody who just taunts you and you're just completely shut down. So, yeah, Specs Kyogre. I think this is Swords Dance Zacian. I haven't seen one with a Zekrom. Okay. Well, Thunder's 100% accurate, and we can bluff the Scarf or whatever. We might get our opponent to make a mistake. I don't think my opponent would have a Scarfer on a team like this. So in comes Zacian. We have a Necrozma at full health, whose only job... Okay, that was... Alright. Like, just could have gone to Calyrex, I would have switched. Yeah, this is Focus Sash, which means it's going to do diddly all, like you see. So we just spam knockoff here. My opponent, I don't know, crit fishes, but we still had Scarf Xerneas in the back. I think this is going to be a win, because this is annoying. I'm just going to roost. Okay, my opponent outspeeds probably. Nice useless crit. I'm going to go into Xerneas. I'm going to click Moonblast. My opponent can only switch into Zacian a couple times. For obvious reasons. Alright. Now I really expect a Thunder. So I'm going to go into Groudon. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it worked out. Yeah, I need to save this for Zekrom. That was really dumb. I should not have risked that. I mean, I was pretty sure it was gonna go for the move. So this is knockoff Sucker Punch, Oblivion Wing, and Dark Pulse. It's really annoying. Yeah, I think we go into Ho-Oh. We might just die here to whatever, but my opponent might switch into Kyogre thinking I'm going to go for like a Sacred Fire and it'll be kind of a free switch. Or it goes for Sucker Punch and doesn't take us out. So that's great. We take out the Yveltal. That thing was a huge nuisance. I think I go into, into Groudon. I actually don't want to take this hit. But I should scare the Zacian. Yeah. That's a scared Zacian. And now I'm gonna click Sunsteel Strike as the Kyogre switches in. Yeah, that damage plus one more round of rocks is gonna mean Xerneas can take it out. Since I went for Groudon last time, I expect, yeah, a water move. And now I'm gonna click my own water move. And yeah, either this Kyogre is going to stay in and do nothing, or something's going to take a massive hit. Or we'll just 2-hit KO this Kyogre. My opponent is having trouble hitting Origin Pulse. Yeah, I hate that move. Amaze has done its job. I'm not going to save it. No reason to. My opponent goes for Close Combat. I wonder if... I think we're Modest Xerneas still. Oh no, I switched it up to outspeed base 90s. So 252. Yep, full try hard here because we got Haxed. Really fun. I think this thing has some bulk. No, we're timid. But -1. 28 min, yeah, so we're nowhere close to taking this thing out. I think we just go for Sunsteel Strike. Yeah, didn't want to overpredict there. Then my opponent's gonna go into Zekrom. I'm gonna go into Groudon. I'm gonna click Earthquake, and the Zekrom's gonna die, and it can't knock us out with any one hit. So yeah. This is going to be GG, barring, I don't know, a miracle. Nope, it's leftovers. Alright, now it definitely can't do anything. Alright. Yeah, that's why I like Earthquake and not Precipice Blades. I can't miss. And that'll be the game. It's a good game to my opponent. And I guess I'll be back with another one. We're back, and more Shuckle offense. If these things are all red card, like the rest of them seem to be, I'm just clicking Taunt. My opponent does not have a good switch into Foul Play. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm knockoff. It's Focus Sash. That doesn't make any sense. This thing gets sturdy. So, yeah. Yveltal just shutting this Shuckle down. That is why you use Mental Herb. Don't get cute. Just, you have Encore. You don't need to run Red Card. Certainly don't need to run Focus Sash. This guy points. Not really. But, yeah, now Yveltal is not really doing that much for me. Here comes the Zekrom. I feel like Groudon is a perfectly fine switch. We can save this as fodder or to take on my opponent's Yveltal. Yeah, Bolt Strike comes in. God, the Rayquaza switch is so obvious. I'm just gonna go for Stealth Rocks here. Or, yeah, maybe my opponent will go into its own Yveltal, and my opponent goes for Outrage. So that's a play one can make. But this is great, because now I'm going to take out this Zekrom, and that's awesome. Or not, because it lived on 2. But it's Life Orb, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so my opponent goes for Home Claws and gets knocked out. So, yeah, so Zekrom used to run Home Claws in previous gens, but now I got Dragon Dance this gen, so that's good. I'm just gonna click Dragon Tail. I don't really care what my opponent decides to go for. Ooh, that was not the thing to go for. So yeah, that thing's at like 10%. Oh my god, don't you set up Stealth Rocks. Yep. So my opponent forfeits. So good game to my opponent. And I might end the episode here, but I think I'm gonna keep laddering. Yeah, I don't know. So we only have until the 16th to get Rex, which is in 8 days. I kind of wish they gave us the full month, but I kind of understand why they didn't. You know, it's probably going to be banned. But yeah. I'll probably see you in the next one.